No headphones? Joed, what are you doing? Why aren't you on your character? That's because I was doing housekeeping. Getting some shit out of my shared storage. Let me grab something to drink. I don't do adult beverages on this channel, mostly. Once in a while it's happened, don't happen. But ice water. And I have not yet actually had caffeine yet today, so... Sláinte. Oh. And I'm gonna be a precious flower. Because I'm classy. Oh my god. How y'all doing? What are y'all up to, chat? If that is your real name. I question this fact. In the meantime, let me get my chat down to where I can read it. Read it. That was not the correct button. Those are not the right notes not in the right order. Chat is in fact your real name. Did you have it changed legally? Because I actually know your real name and I'm not gonna mention it. It is for me to know and nobody to find out. Then again, the same is true in the reverse. So, it's still a little toasty here where I live. However, I braved the outer world, the outer limits. It's currently 79 degrees. It's below 80 degrees, which is very nice. It's going to get down to, oh my god, it's going to rain tonight? Hell yeah. Except I have a leak in my roof, hell yeah. But, according to this, the temps is supposed to be going down to 59 degrees. But it doesn't say that, sure. But it's going to go down into the 60s, so that's nice. So tomorrow it's supposed to only be 77. And then Monday, it's supposed to be high of 72, a low of 54. Hell yes! I'm all about that shit. Though what I'm more interested in is what the temperature is in Leesburg, Virginia, to get a vague idea how it's going to be in a couple weeks when I will be at Mythmoot. They're getting some of the same stuff as we are. I wish them all the thunderstorms tomorrow. Because Leesburg, Virginia is very close to Dulles International Airport. Not that I wish any harm on anybody flying anywhere. Trevor, what are you doing? I will read that later. That's a work thing. Alright. So, want to see the new hair? One thing I'd like to know is, this is as long as it goes now. This is as long as it goes. Normally it would go down to, like, on the back, it would literally go down to my waist. And I had it trimmed today. Had it trimmed, little feather going on. And I, once again, have an undercut. Yay! Because my undercut had grown out since the last time I went to I got the same hairstyles, apparently. I don't actually try to get the same hairstylist. I just go to the same place because they don't fuck it up. Alright, shut up, unclaimed rewards. Let me get some daily dice. Hobbit presents. Daily dice, same shit, different game. Alright. So that was the one thing that happened. You like that? It gives back some of the wave. I know it. Well, the reason my hair is a bit wavy right now is it's because it's kind of gross today. So I did take a shower just a little bit ago. The even grosser part is I didn't actually see what the humidity was. 79 degrees, and the humidity is... I don't want to see the one for Leesburg. Come on. Give me... Not you. Buffalo. Since I was gone. Since you were gone. 57% humidity. The dew point, though, is 62 degrees. So it's kind of gross. So, what happened that I'm actually kind of excited about, I might try this again next week, is Thursday night, if you were here, I played EverQuest Legends for the first time. And I would actually like to point out, and the next time I stream the game, I will also point this out. I made a wisecrack about how I probably got my beta key because I know their senior community manager. I talked to her that night. I was enthusing. I was up in her DMs, cheering about, oh my, how this was such a cool stream, etc. And she told me, yeah, it's probably going to cause some issues. I'm like, what? What'd I do? I didn't mean to get you in trouble, Linda. But apparently, they had a substantial number of applications for beta. And apparently I got in on my own dime. No nepotism or friend codes. God. Now, of course, there's always the question, are you going to believe me or not? I don't give a shit if you believe me or not. I know myself. I know my friend. I trust my friend. She would not lie to me about something like this because she's a wonderful person. If you've ever seen the amazing maps of the original Shadows of Angmar areas going up into Moria's about when she stopped playing Lojo. She made these, like the Goblin Town map and the Old Forest map. Oh, back before Lojo had an Old Forest map. Yeah, well, the brass. She's a very dear friend, and while she might pull my leg about something, she takes her work very seriously and would not lie about something like this, so... Oh my god. What are those? These are blackberries. Because they had a two for $4 at the store. I spent too much at the store today. And do I fucking care? No. Because they had pork shoulder butts for buy one get one free. Yeah. And they had blackberries and raspberries on sale. For some reason, I like fresh blackberries more than I like fresh raspberries, which is kind of... I like raspberry. I don't know. But, yeah. My hair is now substantially shorter, substantially lighter. Honestly, my head is feeling a little odd. I'm used to having, hard to... My neck doesn't hurt quite as much, so that's kind of cool. Okay. Alright. Let's get back into our party. I actually have something up in another window I'm not going to show you, but it's a live feed of a certain tarpaulin. Because I was there when the thing happened last night with referencing that tarpaulin. Not that anybody could really see because of the tarpaulin. And I was watching the chat. Oh my god, the chat in that stream was... they just freaking decided to meme the fuck out of things. Made all the tarp jokes, all the tarp memes, all the tarp puns. And it's been injecting joy into my veins. Okay, that being said, let's return to our shenanigans here in Middle-earth. You might be wondering, like, Druid, why aren't you doing the holiday? I already bought the new... pardon me. I already bought the new outfit and the new horse for my main. Well, actually, I didn't buy the horse. I bought the new outfit for my main, and I need to take a dig a little bit to find out about the new housing decos. and see if there's anything else I want on it, out of it. I will probably go do further home questing at some point. Maybe not on this server. Maybe on this server, actually. I might. I don't know. But, yeah. I love the festivals. I love Midsummer. I love the wedding sequence, even though the wedding sequence is aside from the actual Midsummer that's always there now. Though even if the questing, the epic quest for Midsummer is always there. Even if the actual event is not there. And that's fine. The same with Further Home. Further Home is always there. You just have to leave somebody there. Holly on a watch streak. Hey, Holly, do you want to see my new haircut? Oh. And I've got an undercut again. Look at this. Look at this. An undercut. It came back on my head. And because it's still a little bit toasty in my office, I am still not running with not putting my headphones on because my headphones are like sweat magnets. Nariel, her son, and his playmate are at the banquet. He can't decide who made of lines yoink the names from the wedding. I beg if her waves and win or ask them to be included because they would already work it. Monothlare, I would go with the latter. Simply because I happen to know for a fact from the horse's mouth, that the end of the ring session play as Gollum was always going to be that way. He had planned that 10 years previous to when it actually launched. That bastard plays a long game. I love Made of Lions. I shouldn't call him a bastard because he's not. He's amazing. And I love it when he gets sassy with people who are being dorks on the forums or in Discord. Because guess what? He don't put up with nobody's bullshit. And I love him all the more for that. These blackberries are so good. So, where did I leave off yesterday on Lotra Stream? We are level 86. And I feel confident we're going to hit level 87 tonight. Because we are 2/3 of the way through level 86. The only reason why I would suggest that somebody not do the banquet or the wedding and the banquet, the whole 9 yards, until they get to that point in the story naturally, is because of all the spoilers. All the spoilers. Now I kind of want to go back to any time I streamed that before Song of Waves and Wind started up, before Corsairs of Umbar, and see if I had actually mentioned them or what part they play, because I should go back and do that. Anyhow.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Okay, we have to find Iothet, the owner of the empty home. The dude with the home with the big drafts. So tonight's going to be an interesting night. Thursday night was also an interesting night, for streaming anyway. And also because the Knicks won. Holy fuck. Wait, was that Wednesday night or was that Thursday night? By the way, Knicks in 5. Fingers crossed they finish that out tonight. I think it's tonight. Either way. I have to note that the mayor of New York, I'm a big fan. Because the owner of the Knicks is a little bitch. I was like, no. And he's like, we want a watch party. And then when the mayor's like, sure, okay, sure, fine, it's cool. And they're like, oh no, we're gonna cancel it. And so the mayor's like, okay, let's play the Knicks all over the city. Let's go. And he's apparently doing it again. He apparently didn't wait for anybody to cancel like a little bitch. He just went and said, okay, we're going to be playing the game on all 130 linked NYC screens. So, fingers crossed, life is good. But Thursday night, let's talk about Thursday night. So, I was playing EverQuest Legends for the very first time. And as I mentioned many times on that stream, I didn't play EverQuest back in the day. And I was doing okay. Okay, I wasn't doing okay at all. But what happened was, two rather substantial streamers who had like 60 some odd people, and the next one had like 100 some odd people, dropped their big fatty raids in. And I actually had 105 people watching me Thursday night. Oh my god. I'm like, I'm glad I have the camera off. But most of them stuck around. A whole bunch of them actually were helping me figure shit out and point me in the right direction. And at the end of it, I'm like, you know what? I was actually thinking, early into that stream, like, oh my god, this game is frustrating me. I don't think I could enjoy streaming this, and people wouldn't enjoy watching me be frustrated with the game. But at the end of it, I started to feel like I was getting a little bit my feet under me. And because of that community being so awesome, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stream this again. So that might become my Thursday stream. Oh. Stormlost. Stormlost is currently curled up over there on my work table. By work table, I mean that's the small card table that I have my work laptop on. But because the way that thing is set up, there was a large Panasonic commercial grade plasma panel on the wall as my second monitor. That thing basically is a space heater. So I took it down, and this screen, I got two of these screens, the 55-inch Samsungs, from work. And I had set one aside and just let it lean up in the corner there, out of the way, in case something happened to this one. I have a backup, being smart here. Because I didn't need 55 inches of TV screens. Galbus. I saw you hearing that pause. Naughty. So basically I took down the Panasonic, which was actually wall mounted, and brought the Samsung over. Thing is, the Samsung, the screws for the wall mount don't fit the Samsung. I'm gonna need like I don't know, much longer screws for it if I'm going to wall mount it. Either way, it's currently sitting on the back of the card table, leaning up against the wall. But I used a towel, because the card table is made out of plastic, right? So I put down a towel to give everything some friction and make sure the TV screen, the panel, didn't actually start moving around. You can tell I work in digital signage because we don't call them screens for the most part. They're panels. I didn't invent the term. But because there's that towel in front of that panel, the kitties like to sleep on it. So it's actually really nice when I'm working because I have kitties to watch and to reach around. You reach around the laptop and pet the kitties. So it's a lot of fun. All right. Let's go see Discord, see if somebody laughed at my jokes. I said 55, 5'5", not 6'5", but either. Anywho. So that was my day on Thursday. It was amazing, amazing people in the community. I did feel a little guilty about rating them off to Devilor, but it's like Devilor is a friend of mine, and I knew he might be interested in chatting with with the EQL community. And I always feel a little bit weird about rating to somebody I don't really know, so I want my community to go to somebody that I trust to take care of them. And so if I don't know somebody yet, I don't know. Anyhow. Questing. Let's go find Aelthit. Stay time in Wildermore. We're going to run this way. So tomorrow night I'll be on DDO stream. Giving away some DDO points. Okay. I'm not going to do the White Mane Stalker quest over here because it's a quest I've already done. I'm here to do the story, Okay. I found 3 huts. I love that so much. It's so pretty. Oh, I got 5 points. I mean, I have to complete all these damn things. I'm going to have to. So actually, let me do this. Let me add these to my tracker. We do know that the quest tracker is acting up. However, Kaler said on the official Discord that they're going to be fixing that shit soon. So I'm happy for them. I don't care about Slayer deeds right now. But I do want to do the exploration deeds. Because I only am like 1 item from each one. Are you home, Iothet? You know, I can't sleep in that very well with the boxes on it. This looks pretty cozy, though.
These lands
can be like curse
were
on me, or
once
do you seek
so
refuge from the
fair.
cold? Which is it?
It's a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Back to Dunpass, to his house. We know which one it is. Okay. Defeat orcs. Okay. Let's go beat up some orcses. Yo, come here. Leader of the siege. We'll take care of that one too. Let's see if there is actually... Is that a repeatable? We'll find out. Fangs in the snow. Fangs for the memories. Well, I'll take it because, you know what? I'm probably going to wind up killing wolves anyway. So I might as well get the XP for them. Somebody opened a spot in the tarp. Like to let people into the doors or 2 doors. I don't know. I missed it. Wasn't watching. Hold on. Let me see. Could this be something happening? I don't know. I'm actually really invested in what happens with this thing. Cause I literally watched that all last night. Because it was supposed to be done by midnight. Well, it wasn't done by midnight. I'm just saying. They actually, the crew left at like 3 something in the morning. 3:45. Heavy oak branches. Ornate cash. Alright. And again, I keep losing my cursor. Come a little closer. Give me that XP. So how was your day, Monoflare? How was your day, Holly? Tell me what you did today. I went to the store as well. Spent too much money, but didn't care. Didn't care. I bought food that I needed, a few things that I didn't, and I have zebra cakes in the fridge. The zebra cakes that are like rolled up like Swiss rolls. Well, that was easy. Okay. We need to go back to what's his face house. It was hot and quiet, but also hot. Okay. You went shopping, got a couple of plants, habanero, and marigold. Grocery shopping as well. Yeah, I did the grocery shopping thing today. I only got a couple of treats, but I haven't gotten treats for myself for a while. I also got cat treats because you should also have cat treats. Okay. Was it this house? It was this house. Oh, a stone fragment. Uh-oh. It's very cold to the touch. You're now playing classic? Wow! I haven't logged into WoW since Tuesday. I did my run through Mythic Mirdrassil. And then I also went to... Did I do Elfire? Yeah, I did Elfire Mirdrassil too. And next week, of course, is the new patch for WoW. And the first thing I'm going to do, the 3rd Mythic Mirdrassil run, so I can skip the Council of Dreams, because they can kiss my ass. It's a very mechanically heavy fight. You have to pay attention, and you have to kill all 3 bosses roughly at the same time. or basically you kill 2 of them. Well, each boss has a thing where if you kill them, you get them down to 0%. They go into like a thing where you have 15 seconds to kill both of the other bosses, and then they all die. Or the one that if you don't get them all dead, then the one who is at 0% or 1%
from us.
goes back to full health.
It's a sad thing
It's
to
annoying.
watch your lands die.
Whereas if I go in LFR, you just smash them down and nobody cares. Let's go.
There is a story behind the stone fragment uncovered in Dunfast. An old and dark one.
Okay, that didn't work.
It is a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Oh, you did this. I remember. It was this guy's fault. It's like Wildermore looking normal. And it's so cool to see Wildermore like this. Kind of like when you get to see, Isengard before Saruman turned into garbage.
These lands were once so fair.
RP walk time. He looks rather wizardrous. He does actually look like a reskinned Gandalf. Oh no! Saruman's using the voice on me!
The White Wizard has taken everything from us. The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
It is your fault. But a fool.
It's a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Okay, Garwick must hear this at once.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
Alright, let's go tell Kuneberg. Alright, let's turn our run off. Turn our names back on. And we ride for ruin.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Ooh, wasted enough time. You might not want to say that quite so
These are
loud.
desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Okay. Hasten to Forlaw. And you know what we're gonna do? Take the stable master like a pro.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
That was a tart one. I guess it was the Queen of Tarts. No, the Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts all on a summer's day.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us. It is a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Hey, I'm an ally. Okay, nice. I'm an ally. Alright. Okay, Monothlayer was watching a critique of the Hobbit movies earlier, and the YouTuber called out the Azanul Bazaar flashback as explaining why Thorin hates orcs. He had valid complaints about this scene, including tonal whiplash from the scene before it, but it also hit me. We don't need Thrain and Thor in that battle to explain it. It would be weird if he didn't hate orcs, especially in The Hobbit. Orcs, goblins are made to be villains. The scene could have been one sentence. This meeting could have been an email. I've had those meetings with my company CEO. One thing about being a streamer is that I know a lot more about what my face is doing than most people. I wouldn't necessarily say that I have a poker face. But I did manage to keep my utter disgust of him going all in on AI and saying we should blah 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 AI this AI that. Though in the back of my mind, I was thinking of the one previous State of the Union where somebody stood up and shouted, "You lie!" I don't even remember. I think it was one of the baddies yelling at one of the goodies. Alright, he's not live now. And they're not live now. Whatever. Who knew, by the way, that C-SPAN was a comedy show? It was last night. Okay, now we see what Sorman is about. An evil cursed stone bringing winter with wherever it goes. Nurzum brings it to and fro across the lands to destroy everything in his wake. Will you try to learn more about how Nurzum uses the stone, Lawmaster? If you do that, I can send Kuneberg to see how the northern city of Birtor has made out. Birtor is making out with something? Oh man, who wouldn't want to get kissed by a whole ass town? Oh my god, look at my hair. Oh, look how floofy my hair is. It's not, it's no longer like Cousin It long. You remember Cousin It from the Addams Family? Or was that the Munsters? No, Uncle Fester was the Addams Family. Cousin It was the Munsters. Somebody's holding up a puppet of a certain political figure wearing a beanie and holding a McDonald's Happy Meal into the live stream. That's hilarious. Alright. Anyhow, let's go find Kuneberg, who's right here.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Okay. Let me ask you. Why is it... You mentioned Nariel earlier, Montclair. Why are these female characters being given these obsessions? And let's be fair and be equitable about this. Do we remember similar zone-wide themes featuring... Hi. Scamper, what are you doing? Scamper's using the other chair as a clawing... as a scratching post. Oops, sorry. So I'm trying to think of other characters in the story, male characters, who had similar stories where they lost somebody important to them, a family member, a loved one, and goes on this whole obsession thing over the course of a zone or more. Because I'm seeing parallels to Kuneberg's story and Nariel's story. But I want to be fair. If there are similar obsession-involved characters, other than... Well, there's probably more women, but... Can anybody else remember any similar stories, but the protagonist and the obsessed person being a male? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, hold on. Hold up. Mizadi. So that's 3 separate stories spanning across a zone or more where they suffer a loss, in 2 cases of a loved one. In the 3rd case, well, that actually happens too, but in a different way. And actually stuck versus the other 2 where they found their love. Spoilers. Are there any stories in the game similar to these where there is a starring role of an obsessed person going across a whole zone and the character is a male? I could say the entire Siege of Mirkwood epic story. Well, there's Nakasi. I'm thinking Nakasi fits the pattern too. But the only other ones I'm thinking of is Browen. Or the story of the battle, of Dol Guldur. You know, the quest to free Browen and to get Ziegelberg back. I'm trying to think if there are any other stories. So, it begs the question, why the fuck is it always a woman? Why do the female characters, why are they always the ones who are obsessed, who are ignoring sound advice and are so blinded by what they want that they ignore any good advice recklessly? I will grant you that Nariel's story and our talk with a certain elf lady was a different ending to that kind of story, in that she finds another path. I'm not even sure necessarily she found another path. She was redirected off of her path. You know, I still haven't played through the OG Allegiance quests. I've done, I believe, most of the elf one on my main, but I never went back to do the other ones because my main is going to be on the old XP tiers for those. Ugh. But I think what I will probably wind up doing is when I restart her run through, when I restart her catch-up completionist stuff, and I get to Mordor, which will be in like 5 billion years, then we can pause and do all 4 of those allegiances. Or at least get them all completed. Okay. And one could say that all of these female obsessions and ignoring people's sound advice goes back to the books in the form of Eowyn. We never even learned the names of all the dwarves who get eaten by the Watcher. Yeah, just some of them were just dwarf. They're just dwarf.
The White Wizard
Okay.
has taken everything from us.
Aww. The survivors are in here now. I didn't notice that before. Well, since we've been here almost an hour, let's get the party started. Let's get it started. Giveaway reset. Giveaway. Learn how to spell. Giveaway. Open. And I'm just gonna say, chat, we had 25 people for our last giveaway, and that giveaway was for DDO points because I was doing let the dice decide. So I'm just saying, the DDO people stepped up. Y'all should you need to tell them that this is not a DDO channel, but it will be on Monday. Man, I have so many ideas of things that I want to do. Alright, let's go find Kuneberg. And try to convince her to return to Garwig and accept her grief. That's actually in Edoras. Close to the steps up to Metaseld. I remember that quest, and I thought it was the funniest fucking thing. And you can kind of... I'm pretty sure Maid of Lions made that quest, because anything involving wills and contracts and shit, because he used to be a lawyer, I fully assume that any quest involving those that he will have had a hand in some fashion because of his legal expertise. I don't know if he's still a bard practicing lawyer. I would wonder how he would have time to be. But I always find it fascinating where some game devs tell us what their previous careers were before they got into game dev. Of course, there's the famous ones of Ghostcrawler from formerly of the WoW team. I think he's working at Riot now. No, actually, he was working at Riot for a while, and then he went on to found his own company. And then I think he was partnered with NetEase, and they said, yeah, we're not going to fund this anymore. And he had to close his company, Fantastic Pixel Castle. And they were working on a game. Greg Street. I actually met him once in real life. Ironically, having nothing to do with WoW, he was the guest of one of the WildStar devs when the WildStar was taking over a bar in downtown Boston one night. And oh my god, if I thought my house has been hot because of the weather here recently, that bar was probably 110 degrees inside. It was sweaty and stanky. But that WoW dev, or I think she was a former WoW dev who then went to Carbine to work on WildStar. And then he was hanging out with her, and so she introduced us. Used to be, I feel it's like being a musician or something. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, in whatever future career. Yeah, you know. I suppose so. I'm thinking in terms of, is he getting paid to be a lawyer right now? I'll be honest, he probably would get paid more if he was still a practicing lawyer? Because let's be honest, game dev does not pay well for probably 99.9% of the employees in the game dev. Not everybody is raking in the big bucks like Yoshi P or Kojima or whoever. I've heard of what are some other, and actually the one of the fun facts is one of the main people in charge of WoW, Ian Hazakostas. He used to also be a lawyer. I think somebody's trying to project something. Onto the Kennedy Center right now. Right now it looks like a big blue screen of death.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
She's swearing. Oh my god. What the fuck are you saying, woman? You're swearing? How dare you? Nobody's allowed to fucking swear around here. So this week, by the way, I'm just remembering that, hey, look, I decorated my horse. That Warsteed colors are 75% off this week. So I might have dropped... I also dropped some points on character slots. So on my main Lotro and DDO accounts, I can buy no more character slots. I have them all.
It's a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Okay.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
I'll go to Birtor. And again, is there any character in the Song of Dwarves and the Song of Dwarves? Eagerly says, well, yeah, Durin had a little obsession going on there. Yeah, there was Durin. He was doing a thing. But I think, I was thinking maybe it was a little bit different because Durin was the leader, but then Nariel was the leader of Penethgelen until her son becomes of age. Which, I'll be honest, that's a bit of horse shit. That's a bit of horseshit. If she's ruling well as the regent, she should just stay the regent until she passes. Hello, see also Queen Elizabeth II. Alright? That whole idea that the mom should basically be there to keep this, raise the son, and then once the son becomes of age, no, the son can wait his fucking turn. Well, then didn't do Prince Charles any bad. Or real throwback, does Mordredith count? Well, what loved one, or what major loss did he suffer? I mean, the dwarves were super stiff-necked about Ziggelberg because they wanted to get Browen back. We need to go this way. It was all about Browen. These blackberries are so tasty. However, you know, I want to say, not only did I buy back blackberries, I also bought some blackberry fudge ice cream from Bluebell, because they're selling Bluebell in my store now. And it's something I hadn't really thought about recently. But Bluebell sells their ice cream in half-gallon sizes, and they make a point of putting it on the package. Still a half-gallon, because then I was thinking, well, wait a minute. Okay, now can we beat up the banners? Yes! Let's beat up the freaking banners. And we'll do it from horseback because we're that badass. Oh, that was glorious. That was glorious. So apparently, and I kind of noticed this, is that ice cream isn't sold in half gallons anymore for the most part. They're like in quart size. Oh shit! Really? That's hilarious! My cursor. There's my heel. Killing a banner spawned a wraith. Obsessed dads with daughter issues alerted in Golidir. Oh. Hold on, I wonder. Do I want to wait this long for it? Yes, I do. I'm gonna see if I can get both of them with Lightning Storm. I love Lightning Storm. No. No. Whereas Stormloss is just like flopped out. She doesn't care. No. Alright. We're gonna do this. Because even with the undercut, it still is a little toasty. Somebody's tried to project something onto the tarp at the Kennedy Center. Alright. That was not the correct button, but this one is. Wrong row. Looks like they're projecting their laptop taskbar. What are you doing, scamper? Hey, being a butt? I'd like to point out that we're going to be giving away 2 codes tonight. Does anyone yet live? No grave. Token Otaku! Hello, how are you? What you up to? Hope you're doing well. What'd you have for supper? I'm nosy. Scamper is now just gonna meow and sing the song of her people because she's a scamper. Because she's a butthead. Had kielbasa soup. I've never had kielbasa soup. That sounds tasty. I had Kroger fried chicken for supper tonight. And I'm eating blackberries. See, blackberries. So obviously, other than kielbasa, what's in kielbasa soup? Ding! Need to bury more dead dudes and nuke these enemy flags. Now I'm actually kind of annoyed with myself that I missed the zone story when I was getting the epic in here. Because I could have been doing this all at once. Elda with 81 months in a row. Elda recently celebrated her 10-year goddamn anniversary on the Lotro stream team. Remember when we rescued the horses? Remember when they didn't come back? Taters, carrots, celeries, onions, unless you're me, and 2 cans of condensed bean and bacon soup. Bean and bacon soup. I'm down for that. I need a couple more dead dudes to bury. And a couple more flags to tear down in front of the houses. Oh, I should now search within for survivors. Oh. Is anybody home? Don't clunk me with something. And, I think my air conditioner needs to be turned on to non-air conditioned mode just for a little bit, because I can hear the trickle of water, which means there's water in the pan that needs to get cleared out. Is anybody home? Is anybody home? Ladder? Ladder? No, no. No survivors remain within. Wait, I didn't get a message in the other one. Let me go back to that other one. And get off of that. Oh yeah, I just missed that. 11 years streaming. It's going to be Chaos group stream with G and Gussie, diamond painting. PTG. This corpse over here. There, all the corpses. Alright, let's go in this house. See if there's any survivors. Can we save anybody? No! Alright, I have 2 more houses. People are holding up puppets in front of the screen. In front of the MS Now camera. It's hilarious. But there's not really any good lighting. You can tell who one of them is. And I'm not sure who the other puppet is. Who is, maybe it's the same personage. They had him snogging. So somebody made some puppets. Then I have to admire the brass. That they're wandering between the various channels. This home is empty. No one's home. Don't you, any of y'all have privies? Y'all, like, go out, just go outside? Do you have a privy outside? For dinner, you're having some air fryer circle tater tots, some zucchini and yellow squash cooked in air fryer, grilled chicken pieces, and taco cheese mix, and some sour cream. That sounds delightful. And again, I had Kroger fried chicken, and I'm eating blackberries. And I'm probably gonna get some ice cream after the stream because holy shit, it's hot around here. Okay, I'm not hearing water now. Because, hey, condensation is a thing. This home has been destroyed. I can still go upstairs, though. I just fell through those stairs. Chocolate therapy ice cream in the freezer for later after your second trip this month and an hour and a half away for blood work. Ugh. Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that. It doesn't sound like fun to me. However, everybody in chat, examine a frosty gust of air. Alright, well, we're going to have to examine this guy's ass first to kick him. Out of my way! You too, out of my way. Out of my way, sir, madam. I don't, okay. Oh, look, it's so cute! Well, why no clicky? Okay, well that one didn't want to talk to me. Those guys are dead meat. Maybe one of the other ones will talk to me. Excuse me. I'm trying to look at this. So, as a reminder, we have a 2 Locho points codes on tap for tonight. Just put the word points in chat with the word having an exclamation point at the end. Points, because we're excited about points. Alright, we're just gonna run around. How about this guy? This guy looks like he's got a bigger quest ring, but I still can't talk to them. What the shit? Everybody's here. Yes. Everybody's used to the exclamation point being first, but I do it at the end because we're all excited about the points. So what I'm not understanding is why those little critters were not talking to me. So hold on here. Let me look at this quest. Oh, God, Mana Flare. That's terrible. I love it. I'm actually going to try a quick relog and see if maybe they'll make those active for me. Because it'll suck if I can't continue the story because those things aren't active. See what I have bound for NPC select. Maybe you can use that to target since they're partly underground. Ooh. Let's log back in. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Having a nice cash evening. With the kitty cats. And Stormlost is trying to sleep and Scamper is just being obnoxious and just like, I want to meow a little bit. And I just want to go meow, meow. Okay. Aha! Elda with the gifty to Tolkien Otaku. That reminds me. I put a poll up in Discord to ask the community, what do y'all want to be called? I'm gonna kick this guy's ass first.
Cold air creeps in over Beator,
Talk to
sending
the
shivers
Uruk.
down the
I'm gonna
spines
talk
of
to
all
Uruk.
caught
What
within.
kind of game is this? Two of them, you say? Okay. I accept your challenge. Holy shit! Run! Run the other way! Run! 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 This way. Uruks approach. Murder them in cold blood. Hey! I completed a deed. Look how pretty my tree is. Run to the east. This way. Enemies are behind you. We're gonna backpedal from Norzum, apparently. Run north. North is this way. Jump off the cliff quickly! Man, this quest! I don't see why I have to be so quick about it. I don't see anybody. But, let's go. Whee! Only staggering blindly away far from Beer Tor. Interesting. Head northeast away from Beer Tor to the tallest peak. Northeast to the tallest peak. Okay. Going this way. That looks like a very tall peak. We got a hype train in shop. Where am I supposed to go? This way. Hype! Steeping! I've discovered a cave. Let's go in. Hello? Is anybody home? Candygram. Oh, it's Old Stan.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
I have done these
The
quests before.
White
I just spent
Wizard
so
has
long I don't
taken
remember.
everything from us.
Or maybe I'm just getting old and have forgotten.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Okay, so this is your daughter-in-law. Find Kjolstan's body near Beer Tor. Okay. We can do that. We had a level 1 hype train going. Oh my god, I don't get hype trains too often, so I appreciate all of y'all who participated in the hype train. I'm gonna start doing a video series. And I'm still waffling on whether I want to do it live, like a stream. Or if I want to do it as a recorded video, because it won't be a 3-hour stream. Because these are dailies for a certain quest line. And we need to get back to Beautiful. Are you following me? Why? So I'm still debating if I want to do them live or not. Because the actual quest shouldn't take that long, less than an hour, to do any particular run of them on any given day. But it's just a series that has to be done. Why are they up here? Oh, he was protecting the women and children. The women as they were leaving. Ginger's lurking. Ooh, pardon me. Alright, let's return to his dad. So it's really the thought that I'm having. I would also like to point out... Oh no! I let my buffs go bye-bye. Crap, my stuff is not get... Oh my god. Okay, where's the nearest one to Cranesville? And I think actually Elda, I do apologize, but the wiki page for Wenda is not, I don't think it's accurate. Okay. I think it's a little out of date there. I think there's some places where she is that aren't yet listed, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Bree, Kellendon, Mickeldelbing, Langaran, Lawrence Gate, 21st Hall, on Kirian, Dol Emerald, Halrax, Barbaharbel. And of course in housing instances. But I don't have housing on this character. So the closest one I could find is actually in the Rohan housing. Let me think how I want to handle this. Because now that I'm remembering this, I don't want to run without the thing. It is really hot in this office now. '21st Hall would be a good possibility. Oh, my home is apparently in Tulin Galathrim. Which is ironic because my my other one is No, we can. Oh, I didn't have that turned. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to return home to Lorien for 5 seconds. This will never get old. This will never get old. Okay, whoever has the name Pendragon, you're funny. Alright. I need to find the stairs down to the Goblin Town. We're not jumping off the flet. Though I almost wound up doing it anyway. Okay, so we're here. And I'm gonna go to the stable master to send me to the 21st hall. Actually, I'm gonna rebind my home to the 21st.
Greetings to you.
Why can I get there? Oh, for fudge's sake. Fudge. Alright, we're gonna go ride to the 21st the hard way, I guess. They really need to put more Wenda Cranesbills elsewhere in... Because there's literally no Wenda Cranesbill anywhere between the 21st Hall and Loncurian. Like... Nothing from Lorien to Umbar. Here King's Gondor. There should be one in like every version of Minas Tirith. There should be one in Snowborn. There should be one in like every major travel point.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Well, at least we can swift travel there. That's nice. And I remember Scenario making comment recently, lamenting, and I'm using that term, the fact that they kind of shot themselves in the foot when it comes to town services. In that everybody uses Bree for everything, and their original intention was to have people go to sequential new areas, but everybody just went back to Bree anyway. Because it was so damn convenient. And they were kind of hoping that getting rid of like the superior study, so you didn't have to go to Elrond, to Rivendell, to do like high, like expert tier or higher scholar work, for example. I did a stupid there. And I appreciate you, chat, for not telling me about it. I should have just taken a stable master right there, instead of mounting up.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Wenda, my favorite.
Would you do something for me? What can I do for you?
Thank you. Got the buffs back. Now let's repair all the things. Now look at that. Oh no, a repair bill in Lotro in this economy. Yep, that just happened. Alrighty. Back to business.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill
Okay,
the halls
so
of
I
Khazad-dûm.
believe straight back to Forlaw. How hot is that? Alright, let's get back to Aldstan. And you'd be like, Druid, why don't you just use a mithril coin? No! I detest the use of mithril coin for travel for like this. I always feel filthy. Filthy! Filthy! When I use mithril coin for travel. Yes, it's a super convenience. But I'm like, but what if I wanted to buy shit for houses or, what if I wanted to buy a house? Okay, defeat wolves. You know what? I want to get rid of that quest so it stops bugging me about it. And this is a really good place to find wolves. And apparently shadowy wraiths. Hell yeah. My backpack is a jetpack. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody's super quiet. I appreciate you trying not to interrupt my concentration. But you don't need to be that quiet. So I think next week we're gonna have another go at EverQuest Legends on Thursday. Tomorrow I'll be on DDO stream as usual. And Monday we'll be doing Let the Dice Decide. I'm playing DDO, giving away some DDO points in both DDO streams. And we'll see how the EverQuest Legends things goes. Because, I don't know, maybe I can start building up a community, help, you know, from getting those big fatty rates from their community. And then maybe I'll convert some of those people into playing Lotro and DDO with me. And we all should play Lotro and DDO together. I also spend a lot of time while watching somebody else's stream, going through my account and cleaning some shit up in DDO. Just going through and making sure that all of my current Let the Dice Decide characters are ready to go. No housekeeping needed on stream. We just roll and then go to that character and then we play them. So I'm excited about that, honestly. Because I'm sure none of y'all wanted to watch me do housekeeping on characters. Though some of them still need some housekeeping done on them. Because all of my characters need to get what's called the voice of the master. Why? I don't get that. Which is a little trinket that gets you 5% XP, but you have to do a certain quest chain to get it. And so I don't want people to have to watch that all the time, because as much as Delara's Tomb is fun and we can listen to Gary Gygax do part of the DM work, it gets old watching the same shit every freaking stream. So that's a DDO project that I have off stream, is to get everybody through their Delara's run so they get their voice of the master. Ironically, my main character doesn't have the voice of the master. I don't know why. Alright. Maybe, I'm thinking maybe I accidentally threw it away when I got the epic voice of the master. It's like, well, I don't need this anymore. Except I forget that when you reincarnate, you still need your Lobby one. I don't know. And that character is currently at level cap. I don't know how long she'll stay there. Because the plan is, since that's my main character, I do eventually want to get her on the TR train. To do a whole bunch of reincarnations on her. And to get her to where she has a lot of past lives and can just blow through content. But I'm a slow leveler. So many things I want to do with the channel. Need to start doing cool streamer things, like putting like sub goals up and follower goals, because we're actually getting pretty close to a milestone on the follower goals, or the number of followers to the channel. And I'm also closer to the sub goal on my YouTube channel. By the way, you can subscribe to YouTube for free. It's the same as being a follower here on Twitch. And sometimes I'll post stuff on YouTube that I don't post here. Like, definitely shorter videos. I'm not going to do those necessarily as a live stream. I just package them up as a single short video and go from there.
It is a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Saruman will pay for the crimes of the White Hand.
Yarrow and snow. This I can do. Yarrow in the snow. Ed Hild has a quest for me as well.
How could we possibly survive this?
Okay, I'm gonna beat up some snow cats. And apparently some snowy grims as well. Remember how there were like 5 billion snowcats when I didn't need them for a quest? And now that I need them for a quest, they are nowhere to be found. Got about another hour to go. We have 2 points codes on tap. That was the wrong button. That's the right button as well. Eventually hit the right button. Boom. There's a kitty cat. And there's a friend. The hill goats are allowed to survive. There's a herd of goats there. Totes my goats. I wonder what happens if you like attack one of the goats so the entire rest of the herd come after you. Am I gonna go find out? Nah, I ain't got time for that. I'm here to find some snow cats to beat up. I'm just wondering if somebody has come through here and was doing these same quests and killed all the cats, and they respawn to snowy grims, because it feels like that they share a lot of the same spawn sites. And I do remember seeing a lot of snow stalkers, like you, over here by Nona's Cave. Oh crap, I'm supposed to collect pelts. Shit. God damn it, Rohan. And I'm sure the other ones that I've murdered. Did I get yours? Yeah. I'm just wondering if whoever designed Wildermore, if they came from another game where you don't have auto loot like the way we have auto loot in Lotro. I wonder. Look, Mon, no hands. Alright. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? How about them apples? I actually didn't get apples at the store today. What I did get was some oranges and some bananas. As well as my blackberries. Okay, so we still haven't gotten the yarrow in the snow. It's this way. No, we got a ways to go to get to there. Oh, sure. All this, now that I don't need snow stalkers, they're all over the damn place. See? That's how this works. Hello, Yarrow. Are you here? Ooh, there's Yarrow. I wonder if you can get Yarrow from like from a farmer. So anytime I see Yara, I want to make a reference to Peter, Paul, and Mary. If you know, you know. Now, where do we collect snow? Not you. You. I'm looking for little things to collect snow. Maybe up here. Aha, fresh snow. What a view. Cave. Down around the corner. Or maybe not. Yeah, not down around this corner, down around the left corner. Up here and around this corner. And then this corner, weighing in at an even 80 pounds. Okay.
How could we possibly survive this?
Those are not the size of the things I killed.
Saruman will pay for the crimes of the White Hand.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
It's a sad thing to watch your lands die.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Go north behind the mountain to find a place to rest. Well, maybe a little mining will do me, but good. Carcass. We've already kicked Carcass's carcass. Isn't that right, Scamper? Stormlost is just stretched out sleeping. Wait, was that one? Okay, this is the one we already found. All the grims. That's so grim over here. Okay, where am I supposed to go specifically? Looks like over here. This do be the spot. A thinking spot. A view to the north. To the Kuthstan again. Fang order over that away. Don't jump, don't jump! All these people. Alfred apparently died twice. Women's voices from below. Let's go see what's all going on. Hey, ladies.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
You make north to cross over into Errolsmead. There are others that went toward the Balewood madness. And others that went with the Thane's family who were pursued by orcs. Maybe this is the safest way. Alright, well, you shall come with me. We've got Franz, you know. At least they got a shelter from any potential storms. Let's ride. Let's ride up the hills to the sound of music. So, that particular piece of lyrics from The Sound of Music, obviously, was sung during the movie Moulin Rouge by none other. Oh god, now I'm forgetting the actor's name. Hold. Hold, please. La da 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 da. David Wenham, aka Faramir. He had a very bit part as he was one of the Bohemians. He was like the stage director, and he was doing drag, or very, very extremely gay theater person, which I know in some cases is a non sequitur.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Alright. The forest is haunted. Well, of course it is. There's Ents there.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
She cannot travel far while pregnant, and the other women do not seem able or willing to care for her in her time of need. Yes. Yeah, you must see to the others who fled the massacre of Beertor. Maybe in much need. What is to be done? Frithwith, what you got? What you want? I don't... Thought you only spoke with the nobility of the cave. Oh, Jesus.
Ranmald, in her fragile state, needs the kindness of the other women encamped in the sleeping cave.
There's a rich people drama.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim. I am afraid of what is happening to these lands. These are desperate times for the Rohirrim. I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Oh, I'm gonna roar at them? Hell yeah, let's go.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Alright, let's gonna go to Alstan's grave. Oops, here we go. I'm gonna cuss him out.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
What if my character was from Beertor? What if my backstory was that Alstan was my thing? I mean, not that it is for this character, but I could make a human Rohirric character who, you know, was one of Alstan's minions. See, you recognize that it's a petty squabble. Camouflage knows what's up.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Pedantic nitpick, it is never not weird to you that they call themselves the Sindar and Rohirrim instead of these are dark times for the Rittermark or the Aralingus? I know, right?
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
So, he was the lad that everybody loved.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Ooh, I see that I was not good enough for him.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Oh, he's throwing it on the grave, you know, promises are important around here. So, petty jealousy and squabbling. I'm a troublesome meddler. I will take that with as an honor. Because my favorite Time Lord is a trouble. So, now, again reminds me, though this happened a ways back when Tolkien Otaku got the gifty from Elda, is I put a poll up in Discord about what I want to call the community. Because I don't want to keep using Doctor Who stuff. I mean, well, I love to use Doctor Who stuff, but I kind of don't want to do something. I want to do something that's, I don't want to say generic, but I want to use something that can be just ours and is not somebody else's IP. So, the poll was the choice of collective community name is between Sapphires, which is my favorite gemstone, and is not my birth gemstone. Don't figure out when I was born. It was a post in the streams channel on the 11th of June. It was my brother's birthday, actually. Did I call my brother? No, he's a bit of a dick, so no. And the other choice is blueberries. And currently the poll is set. Well, my votes don't count. So it's 1 vote for sapphires and 4 votes for blueberries. So if you're in the Discord and you want to participate in that, it's just to click the emoji for your choice. And then once I decide the poll is complete, then I will start the work to convert some stuff over. So I do have to figure out I think just collectively everybody's gonna be blueberries, but I do have the community, and then there's the subscribers that are the difference between Gallifreyans and Time Lords. with me as the Lord President. So I need to come up with like, well, there's blueberries for everybody. What's the subset for subscribers? And then there's just me. And there's all, I should come up with a nice subset also for the moderators. Elda. Alright, nobody's giving this guy any more trouble. Good. Okay, let's go back in the cave. Remember your failure in the cave.
A thousand curses upon the orcs.
I'm supposed to report shit. Well, hey, since
How
we're here.
could we possibly survive this?
Am I renaming my stuff? I'm not gonna bother renaming. Ooh, now that I'm 87, I can start using my level 87 traceries. I should probably switch out my... Ooh, there's a thought. Hold on. Have my traceries gone bad? 95. Okay. 95. 95. 95. It looks like we're good to go there. Okay, so no new slots opened up. But if I put 85 traceries, level 86 traceries in here. So for example, let me open this tracery box. That doesn't help. And it's also a shitty tracery. This is how we clear bags. Hey, nope, no. Let's try one of these. Okay, so here we go. Beacon of Hope heal. I bet that's actually not one of the traceries I'm using. Not that button. Druid Jesus. Can I get one that's not a healing tracery, please? Okay, Burning Embers damage. Okay, so... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have spaces. I'm gonna do a little jiggery pokery as it were. Where's this? Okay, come here, you. Legendary. Okay, let's get these out of here now that I've started a stack of those. Boop, 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 boo, do, 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 do. Now I've got songs from Moulin Rouge stuck in my head, and this is not a bad thing. Oh, let's open those up too. Okay, what was I looking for? This. Do this. Okay, where the frick did that scroll just go to? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's do this and grab all the traceries. Let me double check Burning Embers damage. let me do this and grab that. Bloop. Yes. Don't show that again. Boop. Okay, now we're gonna plant them back in. Except we're going to replace this tier 1 burning embers with the tier 4 burning embers. I want to see what happens. Oh ho ho! Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring. Is I need to get the tier 4 traceries going. Wait, what? Oh, duh. Dummy. Druid, you dingbat. Wait, is this actually an uncommon? Oh my Jesus. Alright. So I do need to do some LI work on this character now that I'm above level 86. Or level 85, so... Ay, ay, ay. The good news is, right now, since I cleared out some of my bags... and put a whole bunch of crafting shit on another character, I can clear this out. Why do these things still drop? Got about a half hour left to go. And at that point, less than half an hour, I will do the giveaway for 2 100-point Lojo point goats. It'll be fun. It'll be enjoyable. You will like it or else. Yeah. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, it's no skin off my back. Alright. Throw this in there. Essences. There's no reason to use essences. Except this is a major essence of vitality. So... you could use it up to 140 on an item. So, you know what? We're going to hang on to that. We're just going to throw that in the main chest to be done with it. Alright, we've got some space. Hold on. How many ancient script do I have on the server? Let's see. A bunch. Now I have a little bunch more. Okay. That's enough mucking about. Back to the story.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you.
1,000 curses upon the orcs. How could we possibly survive this?
Okay, do not draw too much attention. Well, I'm gonna draw
Saruman
lots
will
of attention.
pay for the crimes of
Catch
the
the
White
frightened
Hand.
goats! Okay, I'll bring you back some goats. Hopefully they won't be like the cows of that other one. Alright, let's collect some firewood. Oak branches would make an excellent bit of firewood, but they're not gonna help. But heavy oak branches, they will go really well in my bags. Do. Moulin Rouge was one of those movies that I didn't watch for way too long after it came out. So I never got to enjoy it when it was first brand new. And it makes me sad because I'm sure I would have enjoyed the hell out of it, as I do now. Though it is a very sad movie. Of course. Though I am amused by one coincidence with reference to that movie. As Nicole Kidman's character is called Satine, and she dies. The character, not the actress, obviously. And Ewan McGregor played Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars. And Obi-Wan Kenobi somewhat kind of had a girlfriend. Not as such. There was a lady Obi-Wan was fascinated with. You know, they had a romance. They loved each other. But they didn't act upon it. I must make that perfectly clear. They did not act upon it because she was the leader of the Mandalorians at the time. And his duties as a Jedi Knight basically meant that he wasn't allowed to form attachments. And well, let's just say Maul showed up. And you can imagine what happened to Satine. Oh yeah, the character that Obi-Wan was very fond of, her name was Satine. Spelled the same way too. I'm gonna send the goats back. I'm gonna take the goats back. And then I'll go get the axes and whatnot and bring... I'll deal with the firewood later. Hey, you know what Boromir was good at? Finding firewood. The goats have arrived safely, and there they are. If she had been a powerful woman in politics, shagging a Jedi in secret, we'd have 2 nickels. Well, no. See, the thing is, they didn't act on their feelings for one another. The thing for them was...
War is upon us. Down with Isengard.
In the first episode that she was introduced, and they were obviously flirting back and forth, and Anakin was there, being Anakin, and at one point, all hell breaks loose, and Anakin and Obi-Wan are in the elevator, in the lift, and Anakin's about to go off, charge off, and be, you know, young Jedi Knight leading the clone troopers around to defend the ship. And before he runs off, he goes, I'll go take care of this, you go save your girlfriend. And Obi-Wan's like, wait, she's not my... because the chemistry was totally there. And the voice actors, of course, in Clone Wars, the voice actor for Obi-Wan was James Arnold Taylor. And Satine in Clone Wars was played by Anna Graves. Yeah, the fan theory that her nephew, Corky, is their son. Possibly. But they did love one another. Definitely, there was the feelings. But I gotta tell you, the Jedi were freaking stupid on a number, for a number of reasons. I mean, the first one is the whole idea of not forming attachments. People are going to form attachments. The whole, we're gonna get your children, we're gonna train your children from childrenhood. Okay, he didn't say me. And taking them from their parents and not teaching them how to actually handle their emotions. I mean, that was the real problem, is the fact that, I mean, and of course, in Star Wars, none of us fans knew that there was anything wrong with Jedi having families until Attack of the Clones. They're like, oh yeah, you're supposed to be priests. Celibate priest. Well, see, actually, that's the thing. Star Wars, like the Jedi Code, doesn't say they can't have relations. Like, they can have sex. They just can't form attachments. Yeah, and the Acolyte was, other than, you know, linking it to Darth Plagueis, back to the Skywalker era, it's like, don't even bother. Just let it stand on its own 2 feet. And again, Dave Filoni strikes again. Hey, let me out. Kill him! 82. Mario's due any minute and the band wants new dresses for the festival. Yes! I miss you, kill him! Oh, shit. Okay. I need another weapon rack. Well, it's around here somewhere. Well, let's peek around here. Ooh, there's a weapon rack, weapon stash. We're sneaking. Alright. Now, we're gonna bring the supplies back to Frithwin. And we're not gonna make any friends on the way. So, Killam, I have to ask you, was it your store that Chuck Tingle was at recently? Sparky hit 105 the other day? Sweet. Yeah, I'm on Angmar tonight. Toby and Tickles, Stormloss is currently curled up over on the work, desk. Just chilling. She's just chilling. But she's a beautiful, ginormous floof. She's a big floof now. However, she's gotten a little food aggressive, so I now have to feed her separately from the others and make sure the others actually can finish their gushy food meals before she gets hers. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay. You don't work the event, so I know the email about hosting it. Is that all you can remember? Gotcha. It's not quite the same as, you know, Sigdom University being in town. And then, like, all the people where it's like, you know, like, hey, the store is here. Let's go there. But but speaking of Signum University, in 2 weeks I will not be here because I will be in Leesburg, Virginia for Myth Moot. This time of night, you'll probably be waiting to go play with the fire pits. It's like 1,000,000 degrees, and we still light a fire to sit around and shoot the shit until dawn in Corey's case, because God Almighty, that man has more stamina than is allowed by law. Now, we haven't been back to your town for that particular moot, because we cycle that one around. The most recent version of it was up in BC. But the next moot is Myth Moot in Leesburg, Virginia. And I get to meet Professor Michael Drought in person. I've spoken to him via other moots that he was a guest at that I was not present at, but I was running the Zoom call from afar. So I have interacted with him briefly, but I get to actually meet him for real. Which is really kind of funny because we have a mutual acquaintance. Because he, of course, is one of the big guests, or maybe even semi-organizers of a long-expected party. Which is a thing that happens in Kentucky every couple of years. And one of my other friends, one of my friends is like the leading musical guest for that, Mark Gunn of the Brobdingnagian Bards. So... anyhow, so I've got Myth Moot in a couple of weeks, and I will be away for Gen Con at the end of July, and there's going to be a Standing Stone meetup at Gen Con, and it's going to be on Cordobin's birthday. Am I going to commit evil? Probably. What I'll probably wind up doing is just finding him a little something, a little knick-knack from the show floor. Costs like $5, and I'll say, you shouldn't buy things for me. Like, shut up, you're my friend. Or you had the king come into the store. Wait, the king, like, okay. Oh, okay, that king. I'm like, I didn't hear of a state visit from King Charles. The king. Our king. Well, I'm on a high elf. He's not my king. My king died 3,000 years ago. Oh, not Chuck. I have actually seen him in real life. Monthly, if you're still here, this happened the first time I went to the UK for a study abroad when I was still at Penn State. Yeah. I actually saw Prince Charles in his motorcade headed to Whitehall, something. And I was on like a double deck. I was on a bus going somewhere, like, you know, public transit kind of bus, and I don't remember where I was going. But I remember looking out the window. Oh, that's Prince Charles. So yeah, that was... I spent the month of June of '94 in London. And we stayed at King's College in Camberwell. And that was a lot of fun. It rained every single day, except it was like a 5-minute refreshing rain, pre-climate change kind of weather, proper English weather, and it was glorious. And then I took a super senior year, 5th year, and in the final semester I was actually in living in Heaton, Mersey, outside of Manchester, and was actually enrolled in the University of Manchester as a student. And I found one of my Penn State professors books in the university library, And surprisingly, his book was a lot better than his lecture. Like, his lecture was like Ben Stein. Like, his lecture style was Ben Stein. Boring as fuck. Monotone. But his book was actually really readable. I'm like, what the hell? Anywho.
Saruman will pay for the crimes of the White Hand.
Okay. Everybody's being nice now.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Climb to the high peak to the west. Okay. I need to fix that message or actually make it more true. It's not false, but it's definitely... There's more truth to be found there. Alright, we're going this way. We're going... Oh. I am not seeing where this one... Well, it doesn't help that it's color-coded white. Let me see if I can change the color code to purple. Well, you know what? Follow the little arrow on the mini-map when all else fails. I don't even know if my fourth wall store is still active. Because I think fourth wall actually disables your store if you haven't actually used it in a while. Or put any new designs on it. Or whatnot. Oh, we're going to go find that one guy. The one guy in that one house. We're like, dude, what are you doing up here? I think he's like here. The Lonely Height. It's like the Lonely Mountain. A flocking spy. Good thing you got great kerning with your lettering there, Standing Stone. Because that could be a far worse word. Okay, I'm supposed to go to the south from here. Well, we're just gonna go around the long way. I smell a cooking fire. Egloff, how you doing, bud? It's kind of windy up here.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands. I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Campfire to the southwest. We're going to the Balewood. Hold on. Spies on the crest. Let's go beat up the birds. Beat the birds. Tuppence a bird. Tuppence. Tuppence. Tuppence a bird. Alright. Let's go find, since we just passed a whole bunch of them on the way up here, let's go back to those guys and kick their butts. Their feathered butts. Alright, flocking spies, flocking spies. Where did I see the flocking spies? You're all kind of back here someplace. And then we're about to do the giveaway for 2 separate codes for 100 Lotro points each. So there'll be 2 winners. Winners. Chickens and dinners. And killed that bird so dead it bounced when it fell. Oh shit, I gotta collect her again! With the collecting things off of corpses. Oh man. This game, I swear to God, it's annoying. Now as I backtrack over here, wait, there's one over here too. These other ones are gonna despawn. I think the other one was up here, but I think it's already despawned. Nope, not yet. I'm sure the one on the other side of the mountain did, though. Okay. For a game that basically made our lives so much simpler in that we didn't have to loot corpses necessarily. This particular bit of update did not make that very nice. Oof, I would have been sad if it was up on those rocks. I'd be like, oh, alright, we're gonna finish this quest and then I will do the giveaways. See who wins. Are you a little bit hungry? A little bit hungry. The blizzard. Why not? We beat them before, we'll beat them again. We'll beat them on the land, we'll beat them on the seas. What are you doing, Scamper? Scamper's being a butt. I don't know. The fact that the bird fell over before my fireball, my burning embers even hit it. I don't know. Maybe it's doing a flop like they do in soccer. That looks overly dramatic the way it flopped out there with its wings out. I'm just saying. Find the biggie, Kerban. Oh, you gave him another quest for me?
These are desperate
Examine your
times
goats?
for
What?
the
Excuse
Rohirrim.
me? Examining goats? Look at the big acre bond first. You wants me to examine goats. Like, what are we talking about here? You. Hey, we completed a deed. Accidentally. Accidentally? Alright, let's go examine goats. Totes my goats. No. Harsh winter. Gazorch. Okay, so basically, I think we're done with that guy up there. I'm gonna go check him to make sure there's nothing else I need to do for him. Okay, you two hooligans, let's do this. Bye. Okay, Egglove apparently doesn't have any more work for me to do. However, this is a good point to stop for now. Alright. Alright, let's do the giveaway and see who won the thingies. Alright. Good luck, everybody. Close. Draw. Holly. And Elda. Sweet. Oh, I need to open my file. Duh. Hold on, let me get you your coats. Hold on while I get you your coats. Hold on while I do the thing. Open the file. Open the file. Open the file. Alright. Here's a point code for holly. Go put the chat up here. Click on Holly's name. Click whisper. Whoop. Alright. Holly has hers. And I'll DM Elda on her Discord. Alright, it's time for me to go. Tomorrow night I will be on DDO stream from 8 to 11. Probably playing my main, because that's what I kind of want to do, is play my main. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then on Monday, I'll be right back here doing Let the Dice Decide, playing some more DDO. And then Thursday, the current plan is to play some EverQuest Legends. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I am going to open this box, and I didn't get much of anything. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to call it a night. You all be good. If you can't be good at it. So yeah, go do things. I'm going to turn this beautiful light off, which is killing my eyes, and I'm gonna go chill out. Y'all, I'll see y'all later. All right. Let's see, button.